Okay, we're live streaming. So, hello everyone. My name is Rima Batlaganta, and I'm a 10th grader at Rouse High School. Today, we're really excited to welcome back Sony, a certified nutritionist and the founder of Trim Tone by Sumi. Sony has helped many individuals build sustainable health habits, achieve successful weight loss transformations, and also improve overall well-being through nutrition. She has also worked with many clients facing complex medical conditions, using personalized nutrition as a tool for healing and long-term health. Today, Sony has prepared a slideshow for us that will guide today's discussion and help us better understand these topics. Since we have newcomers here with us today, Sony, can you please share a little bit more about yourself and your journey into nutrition?
Hi, Rima. Thank you for the brief description. I'm Sumedha, founder of Trim Tone by Sumi, and I'm a certified nutritionist from Bangalore, which is in India. And I have helped a lot of clients to reduce weight, to get into the healthy lifestyle, whether it's a youngsters or of all the age groups. And here I am today to talk about more about nutrition, okay, and how the kids these days are getting affected with the nutrition, either in a good way and in a bad way, both, and how and what the parents are facing these days. So today we are going to talk about this only. So, yes. So today's session will be about the major concerns what parents face related to the nutrition, right, for the kids. Then from where the kids are learning, I mean, kids are getting major concerns about the nutrition, but somewhere they are learning from, right? So from where these nutrition things or the eating habits they are learning. So we are going to talk about that also. And being into this profession, what I have seen and I have observed, and being a mother of two kids, I feel that there is a lot of a gap between, of a nutritional gap is there, right? What we have been eating and now what kids love to eat. So there is a gap of a nutrition. How we can overcome that? We will talk about that also. And why the parents' nutrition is important. Not only the kids, but we should take care of the parents' nutrition also. So parents should also take care about that. So we'll talk about that. And why and why the food, a particular food, is important for the kid as well as for the parent. So we will talk about the whole thing today in today's session. Now, let's if I talk about each of the topics, so what are the major concerns what parent face these days about the nutrition part is first, if I talk about, it's a picky eating, right? So kids these days have become a lot of, they want to pick food, and certain foods are there which they eat. So they have become a very picky eating. They love to eat a lot of a junk food, right? And they like to eat a lot of a sugary food as well, which affects their poor growth, right? And because of that, either they are gaining weight gradually or they are underweight. I mean, on both the sides. So these are the major concerns what parents are facing these days. Also, what parent faces low energy. So kids these days are getting poor energy they face, or they face a lot of what they have a poor focus. So within a few minutes they want to get do this, do that. Like they cannot concentrate for an hour on a one thing. So they are getting a poor focus also on a particular thing. Also, there's a nutritional deficiencies. Either it's a calcium, either it's a vitamin or protein. So these are the major concerns what parents face. Now, how, if I talk about how you can overcome these things. So, if picky eating, so I think in the last session also we had a word like, kids are very picky these days, and how we can overcome is uh, rule number one should be that kids should select what they want to eat, right? And kids should be emphasized to get into the kitchen, cook whatever they can, and make some innovation out of the food, so that they, because it's a fact, like when you make something for yourself, that food also tastes very good. So you should, kids should be encouraged to select any one food, which they can innovate and make food out of that, and let's taste that thing, right? So, and we should not forced to eat any of the, you have to eat this, you have to eat that. Let's focus on a one thing at a time. So if I talk about paneer, for example, which I think many of us like to eat, right? All kids also love to eat. But if, for example, if I talk about that, so you should focus on one food, paneer, okay? Apart from that, don't force like paneer also, dal also, vegetables also when it's a picky food, right? So we should focus only on one thing at a time. So let's focus on one thing so that that food they get used to that food, and then you can move forward to the other food also. Too much of junk food or a sugary food should be avoided, and we should not, what I should say, name it as a junk food, because when it comes as a junk food, then only the two foods get into the mind, junk food or a good food, right? So let's not label any food like it's a junk food. We should label it like, okay, this is a weekly eating food you can eat once or twice in a week, okay? Because when you name something as a food, as a bad food or a good food, so only the what you don't ask kids to eat, they only tend to eat that only. When we say no to certain food, you will eat that food only. So you should not, parents should not name any particular food as something like that, and make a habit that we will not get the food into the house. We only on a weekends we will get those food, because off the sight means out of the mind. So it will go, if kids are not seeing that particular food, it will go out of the mind. Gradually it will happen. It will not happen in a one day, but yes, it will slowly happen, right? What are the other major concern, as I mentioned, what parents are facing is a poor growth, right? Either the kids are underweight, overweight, or they are going into the obesity also. But when we are kids, what we say, okay, okay, kids are looking chubby, fine. It will gradually, it will go, right? But that doesn't happen. So once it comes into the habit, it will come into the habit. If it's a underweight, then also the kid will also, the body is not used to that thing, right? How we can overcome that thing is we need to focus on the quality of the food what we are eating and not the quantity of the food what we are eating. If the quality is less, quality is good, but the quantity is small, right? A bowl of a rice you are eating with a good amount of veggies and a paneer, a protein, right? So then that's also a good. But if we are eating a bowl full of a chips, which is a big quantity, that's not a good. So we need to focus on the quality of what we are eating and not the quantity of what we are eating. We should also add into the food all type of veggies, carbs, protein, right? Healthy fat, everything should be there in the plate. Also, what
How can
kids
we
are
con how can we convince kids to like eat dairy and other things that parents usually don't really ask them to, but they have to eat? Like, for example, dairy, milk, eggs, meat, all of those items.
So these are very good source of a protein, right? And see, one food at a time. If a kid is not eating a dairy food, okay, which is a very good source of a calcium, right? But okay, if they are not willing to eat, then we can switch to the other foods also, right? So if I talk about milk dairy products, so dairy products are very picky by the kids. So many kids don't like to eat yogurt or a curd, then they don't want to drink milk also. But this is genuine, seriously, it's a good food, right? But what we can do is we can add, if a kid is not willing to have that, then for the calcium, it's a sesame seeds are very good, so we can add that, okay? And then the moringa is there, we can add that. Flex seeds are there, we can add that into the food items. But yes, if being a mother, we always feel that, okay, no, because from the ancient time we are hearing, right? Ki we should drink milk, we should drink milk, right? So what we should do is that if kid is not liking a milk, that's okay. Give him a paneer. That's a substitute. The nutrients are almost same. Obviously, in a paneer, the healthy fat is more, okay? But then paneer you can have. If you are not willing to have a paneer, then you can go for the yogurt or a curd. You, if that also not, then you can go for the cheese. But obviously, for the cheese, the processed cheese, no. There are other type like mozzarella cheese you can have, feta cheese you can have. All these cheese are also very good source of a protein and a nutrient which you can add it. So it's not that we should add only dairy product as a milk. The other is also very good source of dairy product, as well as for the non-veg items, what we say, chicken, fish, these are also very good. Eggs, a whole egg for the kids, the whole egg is very good because it gives the protein, also the omega 3, which is very good for the brain.
All right, thank you so much, Sony. Also, there's like boxes on the screen which are kind of covering up the content. So if possible, I think it's the Zoom windows, but if you can minimize them,
Oh,
that'd be lovely.
okay,
I think it's the Zoom windows, I believe, but the Zoom bars.
just a second.
Okay, sounds good. I believe there's like a minimize window like on the corner. If not, or you like
This
make it
one?
smaller. Yeah, I can make it smaller, like move it to the side so we think we can see it. Oh, that's much better. Yeah, we'll keep it like that for
Yeah,
now. Also,
yeah, this is
if
fine.
yeah, it's perfect. And
Yeah,
also, if the audience, if you guys have any questions, drop them in the chat, or you can ask Sony, just shout them out, and she'll answer them for you.
yeah.
Okay, let's continue. Also, like many kids, like myself, we don't like the yolks inside the eggs. So how do we like start eating those? Because they have a little bit of weird taste, in my opinion, too. So how would you encourage us to eat more of the yolks?
Yes. So see, there are many things what we can make out of it, right? We can add a whole egg into the sweet also in the cakes, which we can make it from the millets, okay? Not from the whole wheat. So we can make use in the wraps. We can use the eggs. A whole egg can be used in a wrap. So we can make a layer of out of it, or we can also use it in a different form. Like, see, if you don't see it right, that there is a yolk, you will eat it, right? So if it is mixed with the other things, so you will not, you are not seeing that there is a yolk, right? So you will be able to eat that thing. So what generally how we make the kids eat is we can make cakes out of it with the millets, or you can make a wrap out of it also, or you can make a omelette so that the yolk is mixed, it's not seen, or you can also use that in a waffles. So the waffles also can be made out of a millet, so that also can be used. The eggs, the whole egg can be used in that, right? So there are various ways where you can use these things.
Oh my God, thank you so much, Sony. We also have a question in the chat, apparently. So let's see. It's saying, what are some of the most common nutrition mistakes that parents can make towards their kids?
So yes, see, we feel that one particular food is good, right? For example, we come to know that okay, eggs are good, right? Eggs have a whole food, okay, but there are other nutrition also what the body needs, right? So what parents generally do is that we come to know that this particular food is good, then we make kids eat that on a daily basis. But where we should, what we should do is we should always make a variation in the food. We should add uh, food which is rich in calcium, or we should add a food which is rich in protein, vitamin, because our body needs all of it, right? So majorly the parents, what they do is they focus on one food, and then the other food get out of a mind also for there, and then the kid get a nutritional deficiency, because if you're making them eat one type of a particular food, the body is getting used to that particular food only. The body is getting that food only, which we need to add the variation. So a plate should always look like a rainbow plate with the multiple things, so that the all the nutrition is going into the body and should not focus on one particular type of food.
Oh my God, thank you so much.
Yeah. Yeah, so the other major concern what we are facing these days is from where the kids are learning these eating habits, right? I mean, we all know that from somewhere the kids are learning, right? But from where they are learning. So majorly from where they are learning is from the home, right? How the parents are eating, the kids are only going to eat that only. So what we should do is we should make into the habit of our home only that whatever the parents are eating healthy food, the kids should also eat that. Okay? Because kids copy their parents and what they see on a daily basis. Like, for example, if a parent is eating a sandwich, the kid is also going to eat a sandwich only, right? But on the other side, if parent is eating a parathas or, a chapati with the sabzi, if they are eating, or a sandwich also, if a chicken sandwich they are eating, then the kid is also going to eat that only, right? So, firstly, is that the kids are copying their parents. So we need to learn that how the parents are eating. Second important thing from where the kids are learning is the home environment. How is the environment? That also matters. Okay, what is available in the home? So if in your pantry a lot of a junk food is there, kid is going to pick that only. But if we make a healthy swap out of it, that kids are out, as I mentioned, out of the sight means out of the mind, right? So if we replace our pantry with the healthy things, then kids will tend to eat that only. So basically, firstly we need to ensure that the parents are learning eating good. Secondly, we need to see that the food environment in the house is very good. Thirdly is screen, because from where they are learning. So basically if you see all the food items, what kids see is from the screen, right? From the TV or from the YouTube, from the mobile, from all these places these kids are learning that. Because of the ads they are learning, right? In the shopping mart also, if they go on the major thing what they will see is the junk food, right? The healthy food section is coming slowly and gradually, the smaller and smaller in size. So basically, what we look, right, that also matters. Thirdly, the kids are learning all this thing from the pressure of the school also, right? Because uh, what the other kids are getting, yeah, right? So they see that, okay, the other kid is getting this thing. We also feel that the kids feel that, okay, I need to get this also. The pressure from the kids are also getting from the school, right? So we need to focus on the things from that in the tiffins also we are getting the healthy food only. So the bottom line is that, kids don't develop any habit by themselves. They are learning from the environment, right? So we need to change the environment. Obviously, this will not happen all of a sudden, right? Gradually, it will happen. But yes, we need to do it, and we are not supposed to, stop it after a certain time that, okay, nothing is happening. We need to focus on it that, okay, 1 day, 2 day, 3 day, it will change. The habit will change because the habits don't change overnight. They need to be changed gradually. So, yes. So, kids, if they are learning the eating habits, so we need to change the environment for them.
We also got some questions in the chat. So
Yeah.
someone asked, what is a good source of protein for vegans and are carbohydrates bad for you?
So, firstly, this is a myth that carbohydrates are bad, right? For the kids, it's a very good source because carbohydrate gives the body the instant energy. Okay, and the kids these days need that energy. So, the carbohydrate is not bad. In fact, it's not bad for any age group, right? So, we need to add the carbohydrate on a daily basis in our diet. Now, but the portion definitely matters, right? So the plate should be full of the four things. So the plate should have your protein also, the plate should have your carbs also, the plate should have fiber also, as well as the healthy fat, right? So the firstly, the carbohydrates are not bad. It's a myth. The carbohydrates are very good source of energy because they quickly convert into the glucose, which gives the energy to the body. And kids definitely need that because they are super active these days, right? Now, coming to the protein. So, for the vegan, there is a lot of a good source for the protein. So all but the definitely all plant based. So first is the soya chunks are there, right? Then second is a pumpkin seeds. Third is a edamame. Fourth is the yogurts, almond yogurt you get, or the almond milk you get, soya milk you get. So all these are a very good source of protein for the uh, vegan. Also the sweet potato, which gives protein as well as the carbs, right? So you can add these things, which is very good source for the protein for the vegan.
All right, thank you so much. Let's
Yeah.
move on. I also have some questions for you. What are some
Hmm.
foods that strengthen immunity, like internally?
Sorry, can you repeat it?
Sorry, which foods help strengthen immunity inside of you? So how do you like fight off diseases or like when you get colds, how what foods can help fight them off pretty fast?
So for the immunity, the vitamin C is a very good source. Okay, so we need to have the vitamin C rich food, which is fruits. So all the citrus fruit like avla, in gooseberries are there, right? Then there is orange is there. Then there is guava is there, which helps to build the immunity. And then the most importantly these days we should also add the turmeric in our diet, right? Which have a curcumin, but definitely when we are adding a turmeric into the diet in any form, like in the food, if I talk, so every day in every food we need to add all this thing, right? Because that helps to build the immunity, also to reduce the inflammation in the body, right? Because if the inflammation goes off, then the immunity builds up. But to add the curcumin, we need to add the black pepper also. But these two goes together very nicely. So, but yes, coming to the question, we if you want to build the immunity, we need to add a vitamin C rich food to our diets.
All right, thank you so much. We also have another question in the chat. One of our audience members have asked, how much nutrients should an average kid eat every day?
How much nutrient?
Yeah, how much nutrients should an average kid eat every day?
So see, it all depend on the body weight. So, but on a general basis, if I talk how much is your body fat is there, right? So out of that, uh, 1 gram as per your kgs, you need to add the protein into your diet. Okay, that's a very important thing. Apart from that, the body needs other nutrient on a very small basis. Okay, so protein is the first thing what we need to add it as per the kgs of a body. So 1 gram for 1 kg. Now coming to the other nutrient, the body needs it in a very small amount. But yes, we need, as I mentioned, that we need to have everything. So we need to add the other foods, all of the foods from where we are getting the iron, we are getting the vitamins, we are getting the calcium, right? And one food don't have it. That's why we need to add the variation in our diet so that the body gets all this thing. Okay. Apart from that, the carbs, definitely body needs to have a carbs, but because if a kid is very energetic, or if a elder one is very energetic, then they need it in a portion. And then there is a fiber also which a body needs so that the whole system is very clean. But most important thing what we need is the omega 3, which we get it from a walnuts, from the seeds, from the nuts, from the egg, okay, and the protein.
All right, thank you so much.
Yeah. Now, coming to the other concern, what the we feel is there is a lot of a nutritional gap these days. As you only, I mean, the last question was from how much nutrient a kid need, right? So first thing is we need to accept that there is a nutritional gap these days, okay? Because the kids are more into the um, unhealthy food eating, or if I have to label a food, then a junk eating, okay? So they want to eat it because the environment is like that. Wherever they go, wherever kids are going, they find that food very easily available, right? Packaged food, all this thing made the nutritional gap, right? So first thing what we need to accept that there is a gap, okay? But from where we are going to overcome this thing, right? So, firstly, the first foremost thing is the kids learn from home. Okay, if in the house the atmosphere is where kids are more into the in the tiffin they are getting the packaged food, or they are eating outside only in the canteens and everywhere. So that's the first thing we need to make the habit that we are giving them a healthy food. Okay, so the healthy start for the kids will be from the healthy parents only. Okay, then when we are doing it, we need to be patient also. Okay, and we have to be consistent with the thing. It should not be like one day we have done it, today we have done it, kid is making a showing a tantrums, or not eating it, then we stop. Okay, let them eat what they want to eat. No, one day you do it, 2 day you do it, 3 day you do it, the fourth day kid is going to eat that thing. Okay, so we have to be consistent in what we are eating. It will happen, definitely it will happen, but gradually it will happen, because the habit don't change overnight, it changes with the time, right? So yes, so this is the foremost thing how we can overcome the nutritional gap is start eating a rainbow plate firstly, and then kids need to accept and learn that thing. They also should know that we are going to eat healthy. Okay, and parents should I mean, not forcefully, but yes, we should keep on making an attempt to make them eat healthy.
All right, thank you so much, Tony. One question is, what are some good lunchbox ideas that kids will actually eat?
Yeah. So, see, firstly, we need to add some protein into that. Now, for the protein, if I talk about, because that keeps you full for a very longer period of time, they don't tend to eat at a very few intervals. So, if I talk about in the protein source, so you can make sandwiches out of a protein, sandwiches. Now, you can add the soya, or you can add eggs in the sandwich, or you can add chicken, you can add paneer, okay, veggies. So make a sandwich, so a healthy sandwich is a very good option. Or you can also add some yogurt into that with the fruits and with some nuts. Okay, then if I talk about chilas are there, which we need to add it, which we can make it from a very in a healthy way. Okay, then there is if I talk about dosas, if I talk about the South Indian food, then there is a dosas also, which is a very good idlis. These are the very good options. Okay, but yes, coming to what we need to add is we need to ensure that any one source of protein is definitely in the food item in the tiffin. We can make rolls, we can make wraps out of it, sandwiches, yogurt, or we can add fruits, nuts. Okay, so these are the basic, and quickly we can make the tiffin items.
All right, thank you so much, Sony. One thing, like how can we actually contact you for like personal consultations and like personal sessions with you?
Yeah, so I'm sorry. So yes, so if you can, if I take if you are facing any overweight, obesity, thyroid, PCOD, or hormonal imbalance, so you can reach out to me over here. So this is my number, and yeah, so the you can reach out directly on me over here.
All right, thank you so much. I'll take a photo. We'll post that.
Yeah,
Okay, I got the photo.
sorry. Should I move?
You can move on now. I took a photo. I'll just post it in the chat after.
Okay. Yeah, thank you. Yeah, so as I was talking, how our plate should look like. So obviously we need to have a balanced food, right? And how our plate should look is a protein, okay? Then there should be a carbs also, and there should be a lot of a veggies also, because veggies helps to keep your body in a proper way. Okay, the motions and everything is good if there is a proper veggies in the diet, right? So here we can also, I mean, would like to understand like how was your plate? Okay, so let's do this. You can, message in the text like how was your play today. So yesterday night, what was in your breakfast, what was in your lunch, or what was in your dinner? Any one of the option or two option you can mention me, so that we will see that were you are you eating your protein or carbs or veggies or not, right? So yes, so you can write it in the chat box. What was your last night dinner or a lunch? Okay. Are we writing?
Yes, I sent some of the audience's responses to you.
Okay. I'm not able to see. Let me see.
Would you like me to read them to you?
Yeah, that would be great.
Okay, so someone said for dinner, I had rice with beer kaya fry, egg, and eggplant curry.
Okay, this was a very good plate because it had a protein as well as a carb. But yes, portion matters. So protein should be always on a higher side. Carbs should be balanced. This was a very good dinner.
This is what I actually had. I had pizza for dinner as a celebration.
Okay, but it was a celebration, so doesn't matter. But yes, what you had in the lunch definitely matters because whenever we are going into some, celebration or something, if we know it prior, then we should prioritize our breakfast and lunch so that we don't, whole day should not go into the junk eating or not so good food eating, right? So if we know it in advance that today we have some party over, then we should balance our breakfast as well as a lunch.
I got it. Thank you. I'll
Yeah,
make sure I eat a little bit healthier today.
yeah. Yeah, so very good. So see, we need to understand that what is the plate we are actually eating. So the plate should definitely have protein, okay, should have a carbs and should have a veggies also, right? And in a whole day, we need to add some healthy fat as well. And healthy fat, if we eat it in the morning, that's a very good thing. So basically, you might have heard that, our grandparents used to give us nuts and everything in the morning itself, right? Overnight, they used to soak it. So why? Because that is a very good source of a healthy fat, and body needs that to absorb all the other nutrient, right? So to absorb the other nutrient, body need a fat, which we get it from the ghee. Okay, we get it from the nuts. Then we get good healthy fat from sweet potato also. So these are the healthy fats we need to add it in the morning itself so that the other nutrients in the body, whatever we are eating throughout the day, get absorbed into the body. So the four things we need to add these, and apart from that, a probiotic so that the gut system is very good. So for probiotic, the only thing what you can add is a fermented food like kimchi or the yogurt, curd. All this thing are the very good source of protein, sorry, fermented food. So for the probiotics, we need to add this. So the whole day we need to ensure that some or the other thing we are adding into our daily plating.
All right, thank you so much. I'll make sure I
Yeah.
watch what I'm eating now a little bit more.
Yeah, thank you. Now coming to that, why the nutrition is very important. Like, is it important for the kids only or for the parents as well? So generally what happen is we focus, if a parent is there, we focus on the kids, like you eat, you eat, you eat, right? But simultaneously, the parents also need the healthy food. For kids, they need to grow, to get stronger. But for the parent, they need for the stamina and for the strength and to the muscles, right? Kids definitely need omega 3 for the brain power, for the learning, for the concentration. But we also need, the parents also need that thing to boost the focus for mood and to control the stress, because these days a lot of stress, not only in the elder ones, but in the younger ones are also getting the stress concerns, right? So everyone is having a stressful life these days, what I believe. Like kids, if you talk about the kids, they will be having a stress of something, like my friend is doing that, or this is happening, or that is happening, or and parents are having a stress. So we need to eat a good food so that the everything is controlled, right? And then to build a immunity, kids need that thing. Then to prevent a lifestyle disease, like if when gradually when we are growing up, the lifestyle changes are there, we are getting into the different many health concerns, right? We are facing young children are facing thyroid issues, girls are facing the PCOD concerns, overweight concerns. So all these concerns are getting, but this doesn't happen overnight, right? It doesn't happen something overnight. It happens from a very long time. So the eating habit should be controlled in a initial stages also. It should be balanced in an initial stage only. Obviously, the eat good food gives energy to the kids, and we also need the elder ones. The parents also need energy to work, to care to the younger ones, right? So, nutrition is very important at every age. It's not important only for the kids, for the parents, or for the our grandparents or our parents also need a proper nutrition. So yes, so we need to focus on nutrition, and this all can start at home only. It cannot start, that we need focus only on kids. No, kids is going to learn from us, so we need to eat same what we are making the kids eat.
So how can we like build foods that support bone growth and also development for both kids and also adults?
So for the bone growth, as I mentioned, omega 3, right, and the calcium is very important, so the bones get stronger and stronger. So both the things are very important. Now to get into this, there are a lot of foods which we need to get it, and this is for the kids, like the bone stamina. Now in the parents, if I talk, after 30 the bone deficiency is automatically going down 1%. Okay, every year it goes down 1%, so we need to focus on the um, strengthen our bones at the every stage of the life. So for the kids also, for the parents also, it's very important, because right now the kids are growing but parents are decreasing. The density for them is decreasing. 1% every year. So what we need to add for the calcium, we need to add ragi, we need to add flex seeds, we need to add sesame seeds, we need to add walnuts, nuts, okay, pumpkin seeds. All these are very good rich source of calcium, omega 3, both. And one of the most important thing which we used to have it is a moringa. Okay, now moringa you can have it in a powder form also, or you can add it in the uh, on a daily basis in your dals, or in the sabzis what you are eating. So moringa or a drumstick, you can add it on a daily basis also, in a variety, definitely in a different form. So you can make a soup, you can make in the dals, you can use it in a paratha. So all this thing can be done. But yes, these are the two important thing what we need to add: omega 3 and a calcium.
Oh, thank you so much. I'll be definitely adding some ragi to my meal now.
Yeah, that you can add it in a different ways, like you can make cakes out of it also. You can make muffins out of it. You can make waffles out of it if you like, sweet. Okay. And apart from that, you can add in wraps also. You can add it. You can make some sweet ladoos if you eat that also you can make, or cakes, bars, small bars also you can make out of it. So you can add it in a different ways, however you like to add it. So anything you are, incorporating in your food or in your habit, you should see how, what is the flavor you like most. If you like sweet, okay, then you should add that particular food in a sweet form only first to develop the taste. Okay. And then gradually you can see the variety of it.
I got it. Thank you so much, Sony.
Yeah. So yes, parents' health, as I mentioned, is very important, and we need to take care of it. So yeah, so these days we need to focus on all the major concern, not only to the parents, to the kids, but each and every one needs to focus on it. As I mentioned that, the balanced food or the plate should look like this. We need to add healthy fat and probiotics also in our diet, and we need to focus on how we can add it, right? One food item, 1 week. Not all the food. We cannot have all the type of variations in a one time, right? So we need to inbuild one and slowly one thing at a time. Okay. And yes, as I mentioned, you can reach out to me on this number. Yeah. Yeah. Thank you so much for this lovely session.
Thank you. We should be thanking
Any
you.
any concerns, any questions are most welcome. So we'll stop now sharing the screen.
Okay, so I have a couple of questions that people have been asking. So let me open the chat. So
Yes.
one question that people are asking is, are organic foods always better than regular foods?
Organic foods are better than regular foods? No. So see, firstly, we need to understand what is a organic food. Organic food means that, the pesticides and everything will be less into that. Definitely, it's a good thing, but we need to add the seasonal food also. Okay. Organic, in many of the places, the organic food. Yeah. Just a second, I think I have not stopped my sharing screen. Yeah. So yes, as I was saying that, organic food is definitely good, but we need to add the seasonal food also. And it's always good because what we will see is the pesticides, the how the environment the food is growing. It will be less contaminated. So yes, we can add it, but we need to balance both the things. We can't be going into the only the organic food. So we need to add both type of a nor regular food also.
Right. The last question is, hold on, let me find. Are there any foods that could help reduce stress and help me sleep better?
Yes, so stress, see, firstly, we need to understand the stress levels are very high. Okay. Cortisols are very high in the body on a regular, I mean, for each one of us, right? So, first thing, if I talk about what we need to add, is we need to add a good source of cashew nuts. Okay. That gives um, slowly it helps to lower down your cortisol's level. Okay. So, and which helps in a sleep also, right? But definitely it should be added in a portion because it's very high on calories also. So if on a regular basis, if I talk about, um, for the elder one. So if elder one is already eating a calories, and then they're adding a lot of a cashew nut or a handful of cashew nuts also, then it's going beyond the calorie limit, and we need to have it on portion control, right? So, but yes, for the other food, if I talk, is then there is walnuts, which helps to reduce the cortisol. Okay. Then there is tea is there, which we need to add for the elder ones, is a chamomile tea, which we can add it, okay, for the elder ones, so that they reduce the stress level. For the younger ones, we need to control the screen time, so that the because it disturbs the melatonin hormone in the body. Okay, so the sleep will get disturbed for them. Okay, so the screen time is very important for the kids, that they need to control it. And before a bedtime, 2 hours they should not see the screen. See the screen before that 2 hours when you are going to a sleep, control, and so that the hormones get into the action and the sleep doesn't disturb, right? So yes, so screen time, and we need to add a cashews in the diet so that the cortisol is are balanced.
Okay, thank you so much for that information, Sony. Hopefully everyone here enjoyed that session. I definitely did. And if you guys have any
Yeah,
more
same here.
questions, I'll be linking Sony's phone number and her um, channel to the video below. This is on YouTube on Parinama Academy. And if you guys have any questions, you guys could message her or call her.
Yeah, thank you so much for this opportunity.
Okay, thank you so much.
Yeah.